Konami has just dropped the ban list on our heads out of nowhere. No anticipation. They just said, hey, here you go. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you here, guys. I've already took a pair of the ban list, or a pair of the ban list. I look at the ban list and holy shit. We're gonna start here with the unlimited list. Glow Up Bulb's now at 3. Masterpiece True Draco Slaying King is now at 3, which honestly it can come back to 3. Morphing Jar's at 3. Phantom Sky Blaster's at 3. Ash and Poplar are now both at 3. So if I'm not mistaken, Snake Eye is at full power now. I believe that's the case. Snake Eye is at full power. If there's a card I'm forgetting that's banned or limited, let me know in the comments. But if I'm not mistaken, Snake Eye is at full power. So that's wild. Dragonic Diagram, I'm be honest, don't really know what this card does. I think this is before my time really looking into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, but Lightning Storm being at 3, that is wild. That shit is wild. That card is uber strong. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it to where going second decks have more playability, because a lot of decks rely on going first and going full combo, so they're giving you stuff like Lightning Storm to be able to have a chance going second. That way you can get rid of their front row or their back row depending on what deck you're facing. And Zodiac Barrage is at 3 now. I was not playing during Zodiac format, or at least not competitively anyway. I was just kind of like playing casually with friends, so nobody really played Zodiacs. So I don't really know what this means for Zodiacs, but overall, I think the unlimited list is pretty nuts, considering Snake Eye, Ash, and Poplar and Lightning Storm are all on here. Moving over to the semi-limited list, only one card got put on the semi-limited list, which is Branded Fusion. Now, I do think that Branded Fusion, if they want this deck to remain a competitive staple in the competitive sphere of Yu-Gi-Oh, it needed to go to 2. I still think 3 is going to be... Hold on, let's touch on the brakes here a little bit. But Branded Fusion at 2, I'm not mad about. I know all Branded players are rejoicing that they can now play this card and not have to worry about it being ashed again. But it is a welcome change. Branded Fusion is a really powerful spell. The most powerful spell in all of Branded. It allows you to fuse from the deck. It keeps Branded being meta. And honestly, Branded is still a really good budget meta deck. It's more so in the like... not tier 1, but it's about tier 2, but it's still incredibly strong, completely diverse. There's a lot of decks to run it with it. Branded Fiendsmith is a thing, Branded Draco Tail is a thing, Branded Blue Eyes is a thing. It works really well with the Snake Eyes stuff, works really well with the White Forest stuff. It's just a super diverse archetype that can work with a lot of things, so it being at 2 I think makes a lot of sense. Moving over to the limited list, a lot, and I do mean a lot of stuff is on here. X Ryzeal, Malice P. Dormouse, and Vanquished Soul Rosin is now limited. I'm surprised that they hit Ryzeal like they did again. I don't think Ryzeal was a problem. I really think that if you wanted to look at Ryzeal being a problem, it was the Mitsurugi stuff. But I feel like Mitsurugi Ryzeal is more so a tier 2 deck now than a tier 1 deck, with the release of Yummy, Draco Tail, K9, and all this other stuff. Especially when Yummy gets its next wave of support, it's going to be nuts. So genuinely surprised that there's no Mitsurugi stuff on here, but it also makes sense because at this point it's still really strong. It can still top. It literally topped a regional out in a Duluth, but overall, genuinely surprised that it's not on here. Fiendsmith Lacrima is at 1. The Fusion Fiendsmith Lacrima is at 1. So if you thought Snake Eye was at full power before, Snake Eye Fiendsmith is now at full power. Again, unless there's a card I'm forgetting that's like limited or banned or whatever, Fiendsmith just got a whole lot stronger. People were banking on them nerfing Fiendsmith. It just got a lot stronger. it's crazy. Link Karibo's back. My boy did nothing wrong. He was framed. He got fucking Zeused out of existence. But he's back. My shitty Karibo deck can now have Link Karibo again. My Link ones can now prosper. It's good to have Link Karibo back. Again, going back to Snake Eye. Snake Eye is huge right now. Summon Sorceress is at 1. I'm not super familiar with this card. Actually, give me 1 second. I want to see what this card is. Okay, this card is used for a lot of locks on your opponent. So them limiting it doesn't really do anything. In all honesty, it doesn't really do much. I feel like the only thing this thing's really used for is for locking your opponent in some shape, way, or form, like a gimmick puppet nightmare type of situation. So I don't really think that does anything. Herald of the Arclight is at 1. I wish it got banned because Yummy just turbos this thing out, but I'll take limited because, again, they just turbo this thing out. So if you get rid of the first one, what will you do about the second one, Onoki? Zodiac Dryden. People have been wanting this thing off the ban list forever. Again, I didn't play competitive during the Zodiac format, but Zodiac Dryden being back means that Zodiac is now completely playable. It is completely playable now, and I'm excited to see if there's anybody in my locals who brings Zodiacs, which is going to be very, very interesting for me. Crystron Inclusion, a very powerful staple in Crystron. It got limited. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Obedience Schooled being at 1 is absolute, like, holy hell, because that is a key starter in Yummy. It's like, Yummy has like, what, 19 starters, and this is one of them, and now it's at 1, so it's a really good hit. Doesn't kill the deck by any means. Yummy is still going to be playing the 1 of Obedience Schooled, so it's pretty good in my opinion. Stake Your Soul. Stake Your Soul recently topped the world, didn't it? Didn't the TCG World Championship win with Vanquish Soul? So Vanquish Soul, Stake Your Soul, I Got Your Nose. It's not limited. Very strong card. Solemn Judgment being at 1. This card hurts. This card hurts me as an individual going with the Judgment plays, because Judgment is a very powerful card, and it's I don't think it deserved being limited, honestly. I think this is going to be a pot of duality type situation where they limited it, and it's just like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, yes, people play multiples of this card in the deck, but it has such a high cost, paying 2k, that you have to use it at the exact right time, that I don't think putting it to 1 is the right move here. I think maybe putting it to 2 would make more sense. Putting it to 1, people are not gonna use all 3 judgments in their turn, and I get that this isn't more so like when it comes to hitting cards like spells and traps, it's more so like what's a starter, more so than what's the number of people are using. But Solemn Judgment, to my knowledge, I don't think there's like a way to consistently search it out, and nobody, if you have 3 judgments, you're not going to use more than 2, because that is half your life points already. And again, it's not once per turn, but I guess if you're going first and you bricked with all 3, you can try to use all 3 to go to your next turn. But if you bricked on all 3, odds are you're not winning that match. And finally, the ban list. Splash Mage is out. Good. Fuck that card. That card was a menace in Malice. Moon of the Closed Heaven. I understand why this card had to go, but I'm so sad. I'm so sad because it had the synergy with Underworld Goddess, and I loved doing that to people. It was so fucking funny. But I understand why it got banned. It's because Moon of the Closed Heaven made it to where Fiendsmith could be played in any deck. All you had to do was link 2 Moon, link 1 Requiem, and then you just have Fiendsmith. So it being banned here, I get it, but I'm still so sad. I'm still so sad about that. King of the Feral Imps, that makes sense. This was I think this card is why no Mitsurugi cards got hit, because this card is what links Mitsurugi into Ryzeal. Because the Mitsurugi cards are level 4 reptiles, you overlink them into King of the Feral Imps. King of the Feral Imps, you use your, you get Xyz, and you're able to combo into your Xyz plays from there. So, that card being banned, that makes sense. Number 67, Paradise Smasher, fuck that card. Fuck that card. That card is the dumbest piece of shit card that's ever been printed. Fuck this thing. I get that, like, back in the day, it's like, oh, this card is bad. But then when Vanquish Soul got his new support with the canine shit, no, hell no. Fuck this thing. Get this thing out of here. Fuck all floodgates. In my opinion, there's not enough floodgates on here. Droll should have been on this motherfucker. Shifter should have just flat up and banned, because guess what? Vanquish Soul plays Shifter. So it's like one deck right now that can reliably play Shifter, and it's annoying. So please ban that thing. But between it and Paradise Smasher, they can turbo out Paradise Smasher. They can't search Shifter. So fuck that thing. Get that thing out of here. But that is the entirety of the ban list. I think I got some hits correct on here. One of the honorable mentions that I put on there was King of the Feral Imps, so that got hit. I didn't see them unbanning Fiendsmith's Lacrima. I did not see them doing that. I did not see them limiting Judgment. I didn't see them giving Vanquished Soul all their shit back. I did not see, or not Vanquished Soul, Snake Eye. Did not see them giving all their shit back. I did not see Lightning Storm to 3. Didn't see that coming. So that is the ban list update, which is absolutely wild. This ban list is wild. I think there's definitely some stuff that needs to be hit, but who knows? They might hit some other stuff by YCS Vermont. Not Vermont. I keep saying Vermont. YCS Richmond. They might release another ban list around that time. But that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Come on, think of the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Something that helps you, something as a whole. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.
Tight bars, little man.